All right, we're heading into Luna Park.
into the house. Okay, so here's my kitchen. And I know I'll try to pace it so it doesn't move too fast. So yeah, so this is my functional kitchen. It's actually the only kitchen in the house,
Okay.
but it's all practical. I have my colanders, which are always at reach.
And so what's like a meal that you would prepare that you would make in this kitchen for you, for your friends that come over? What are
Well,
we
let's see.
making?
This is for corn tonight. Tonight, Wednesday is clay day in my studio. I have a few friends that have been coming over. One friend's been coming over for 30 years, doing
Wow.
clay and ceramic stuff. So tonight is veggie burgers and corn and beets. So
Delicious.
yeah. So kitchen, and I will walk as slowly as I can. Now, this was my original bedroom, and it's now a guest room.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you probably know some of these people. I've been, I make art, but I also collect. I love collecting art.
That's
This is
right.
Joe Engel, Eric Leggy. This Cayman. I think you know Cayman, right? Cayman
Mm-hmm.
Kane. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And another Cayman.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, on my ceiling in my kitchen. This is I call it my kitchen gallery. There's Charles Laster and Jim Kopp
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Christian Hamrick, and this is John McKee from the UK, which I always loved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's yeah. Actually, what prompted the building of the addition was that I had run out of wall space, and then I
Okay.
ran out of ceiling space. so,
Yeah.
so I
So
knew, oh
just
shit,
gotta build more. Yeah.
I
It,
built. Yeah. So
and so I know that it's a couple of floors, but you've got like levels to your house, right? How many
yeah. So
levels
there,
do you have?
it's 11 levels, and they're not stories, so they're not stacked on top of each other.
Right.
And when we go upstairs, I'll explain. When I was building, I had encountered the slope of the property, and then I ended up having to build stairs to reach the different parts of the house. And
Mm-hmm.
some go up into a room, but you can't go any further. You have to go back down to go to the next level. So
I love it. So there
now,
are R.A. Miller there.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
R.A. Miller. Here's
Yeah.
my Howard Finster collection.
Finsters. Yeah.
Actually, I just got that one too. This is a Yvonne Wells, the
Oh,
quilter,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alabama. I
Yeah.
bought that from her in
Gorgeous.
Kentucky. Tex Crawford. I've got a couple Texas. So I have like a big project that's going to be in the works. Well, it's sort of in the works. Is cataloging all of the objects in the house, all of the artwork, because so I founded a nonprofit foundation. Actually, we're 11 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I die, the whole entire house and the collection all go to the nonprofit and operate it as a museum. So I've got to
Perfect.
catalog everything in the house. So that's a pretty daunting task.
Yeah. It sounds like you need me and my boys to come up and help you.
Come, please, spend the week. I'll cook.
Okay. Are you, hey, I might have to take you up on that offer. That would
Great.
be incredible. I love that you have already considered and thought about and I'm just again taking this all and enjoying this tour here. So thank you for doing that. I love how you've thought about sort of what is going to come of your space when you are no longer able to be there. Because I feel like with these, I know it's your home, but if we want to call it an art environment or a living sculpture or piece of art, a lot of these places kind of just go to the wayside afterwards, right? Or we're fighting for
Yeah, yeah,
the local
absolutely. I mean, even if
governments.
you look,
Yeah, go
yeah, when
ahead.
you look at what happened at Paradise Garden when Howard died,
Hmm.
people went in. They went in. They ravaged. They were pulling things off of the walls to sell,
Yeah,
and I vowed that that is never going to happen here. I mean, this is my nonprofit is in place, and I'll show you what. Okay, so we're actually now on level 3.
okay.
Um, so Well, these big doors I bought in China on one of my trips and had them shipped home.
Oh
So,
my God. Do you ever
but
get,
what is good? What's up?
no, I was just saying, do you ever get lost in all these levels? Are you like, hey, how do I get out of here? I feel like
I don't, but believe me,
yeah,
people do. People
right.
get turned around. So,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm going to zoom in. So, you see this little,
Yep.
okay, this is my final resting spot.
Yeah. Tell me about this. This is
Okay,
incredible.
so it was actually inspired. I went to the Salvador Dali Museum in Spain, and he's actually buried in the museum.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, oh, wouldn't that be great to be buried in your own museum? So this is the capital. So my ashes will be sort of like a carpet in there. And then I'm going to make my own furniture
Yeah.
someday. These are placeholders. So then the furniture will get arranged on top of my ashes. And there's a little trap door over here that's in the basement. So my custodian, who is one of my longtime, much younger assistants, agreed to be my custodian and get my ashes in here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just absolutely beautiful. I am obsessed with that. Um, one of the coolest will be one of the coolest resting places, and for you to continue to just be in this incredible space for a lifetime, forever,
Yeah. I figure
is truly beautiful.
why not be on display in my own museum? So
Yeah. Now,
so
I know you've talked about it, and if you don't want to answer, I totally understand. But you did say that you plan on living to be to 106. Is that right?
that is correct. So
Okay.
here, hold on. I'm going to flip around again. Yeah. So I had the great honor to have known Beatrice Wood, the potter Beatrice Wood.
Okay.
She was the last of the living Dadaists, and she was actually lovers with Marcel Duchamp in the
Oh,
early 1900, early 20th century. And I was fortunate to meet her at her studio in Ojai, California. This was in like 1993, I think it was. And at the time, she was 101. And she actually lived to 105. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be a good goal? So I chose 106 kind of as a random number. And my maternal grandmother lived to 103. So this is a
incredible.
really, really good possibility.
Yeah.
So and I'm going to need that because I've got a long list of projects going on.
Yeah.
So by the way, so here we are. This is a room. I call it my ballroom. And the reality is there's so much furniture and some displays that there's no room for dancing. So it is just basically one of my large rooms. I've had poetry events in here, dinner parties, and things like that. But no balls.
No balls.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing that I think is worth mentioning and adding as we're traversing through this space, it kind of blew my mind a little bit. I guess it shouldn't have, but it kind of that everything in your home is, you even said overcode. Like not, it's just not just up to code. It is overcode, right?
Yeah, well, that's coming from a long line of carpenters, and I observed and I assisted my dad in building an addition onto our house when I was a teenager. So yeah, and that for me, and maybe that's what maybe separates me a little bit from other people who have created art environments where the longevity was never particularly a requirement. They were like people were like in the moment,
Hmm.
and I am too. I mean, believe me,
Yeah.
the moment of building and the exhilaration in just building and keep going. But for me, coming from this line of carpenters, um, I wanted this to be really super solid. Like I
Yeah.
wanted this structure to be. I don't know if it means anything. Usually, you build houses in America are built of 2x4s, but I
Yeah.
built this whole house with 2x6s. So the building inspectors were always very impressed that I sprung for 2x6s.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's also spray foam insulation, so it's really super well insulated.
Incredible.
This
Yeah.
is the this part of New Jersey. It's really high elevation, and it is the coldest part of New Jersey. And we get really, really super cold, harsh winters. So I
Yeah.
want to be comfortable as well.
Totally. Yeah, again, I guess I feel like this whole label, I don't know, in everyone wants to put a label on somebody or their this artwork and put it and fit it nicely somewhere, but I guess I am completely inspired and just love the fact that you are again not thinking just of yourself. This is your home, this is your space, but again, like you want this to live and last for generations and for people to enjoy it, which I do think sets you apart a little bit. I was reading and talking to actually Joe Farb Hernandez, who wrote this incredible
Right?
book where
Mm-hmm.
your space is in. And one of the things that like a common misconception is that like these people that make these artists that make these art environments are often like thought of recluses or people that like don't want to be, sort of talking to the outside world, but like everybody probably in is it Sandy's Town township where the
Sandy
space
Street,
is
yeah.
where yeah, like they know you, people come, you have these interns, so it couldn't be farther from the truth that you're like, this is mine, I don't want anybody to enjoy it or be like you are constantly thinking of the people that will come while you're still living, and then when 106 comes and you are in the your final resting place, you are thinking about those people that will be coming for generations, which I just is truly admirable and
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think
I think that
fantastic.
my natural kind of brain would be, I wouldn't say reclusive, but um, kind of monastic, like a hermitage. But I'm actually totally gregarious. I mean, my whole life, selling my art at shows, you
Hmm.
have to be gregarious. You have to talk to people, strangers. Plus, I mean, I have a lot of visitors, so I have tours on certain days, and that's actually what's keeping everything going. I mean,
Hmm.
financially, it's what's keeping things going, as well as like my own enthusiasm and my enthusiasm to keep building and making things like bigger or wilder and more fun and all
Hmm.
that. So I always, and people always are very amazed that I invite all these people into my house, like into my living space, like into my bathroom, into my bedroom.
Yeah.
Like
Right, right.
I say it's a symbiosis completely. I mean, it's my joy to share it, and inviting people actually helps keep the project going. So
Yeah.
that it really is. It's very important to share it as well.
Yeah, again, I think it's incredible. It's so great. I do want to kind of go back. One thing with this podcast that I've just a question that I always sort of am fascinated with, but we've touched a little bit about on your schooling and the arts that you've done as a kid. Like it's just been with you forever. But this is I would say like a dream house, right? I think growing up, I know I would like doodle and sketch out sort of like what
Yeah,
my house was going to
too.
look like. And I think you talked about a little bit that like you always knew you wanted a dream house. How does this house that you currently have, how does Luna Park kind of compare to what you maybe thought of or dreamed up of when you were a kid?
How did it measure up to my
Yeah,
childhood?
yeah. I would assume it surpassed it, but I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Exceeded my ambitions. I don't. Yeah, I was fascinated when I was a teenager, impressionable teenager. I loved architecture, and especially Victorian architecture, and I discovered the what they called the Painted Ladies of San Francisco, and
Hmm.
they're all very ornate, lots of gingerbread and different types of shingles, and that always made an impression. I was always sketching my dream Victorian house. And then when I first bought the house, the first thing I did, well, I painted the house primary colors, and it was just asbestos siding.
Hmm.
But then I cut out all this wood. It was all pine, and I cut out my own gingerbread, which is still what I did on the front of the house has still been there, like literally, like almost 40 years now.
Yeah.
So I always had that aspiration of living in a painted lady, basically. But the more that my own personal skills uh, uh, advanced, uh, my woodworking skills, you can kind of see here behind me the stained glass windows I built.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, And so the more that my skills advanced and I honed, it opened up other avenues, other media that I didn't know early on,
Mm-hmm.
or even had exposure to at RISD. So,
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what kind of sets you apart is you are like learning these things and teaching yourself, like, the mosaic, the stained glass, the jewelry making, you do clay, you do all these incredible things. And I love that you're also like collecting and putting that into your home again, like that whole museum feel, but it's also in your painting too, right? Like you're an oil painter. You just do literally everything. It's incredible. Is there if you were to see someone on the street and they were like, "Hey, oh, you're Ricky from Luna Park," and they maybe, or they had never heard of Luna Park, how would you even begin to describe it to somebody?
mm, gosh. I thought the problem is that there's so many different layers, but and even just saying I live in an eclectic home, it's not really
No, no,
defining what
right.
eclectic. I mean, that's a broad term, but I live in somewhere in a between fun house and haunted house. I always
Sure.
kind of describe me, if I ever had my own TV show, I described it as imagine if Pee Wee Herman and Martha Stewart had a show together or had a baby.
Yeah, I love that.
That's
That
kind
is
of what I
fantastic. Yeah, yeah,
I love
yeah.
I love like really nice things and nice arrangements, but this actually contraption behind me was actually built with my friend Warren Muller. He's a sculptor in Philadelphia, and he builds these giant chandeliers made out of like all kinds of detritus. So he said he wanted to build something here. So this took us about 2 weeks, and we gathered stuff from all over the property, from my sheds. There was stuff rusting in the yard, and it actually here. You know what? I'll do another. I'll do another panorama, so
Well,
you
thank
get
you.
the
No, you're just
full.
getting comfy there.
That's fine. So it goes from all the way to the ceiling. Now this is a 14-foot ceiling in here.
Oh,
Goes
wow.
down
Holy,
through the floor, and
unbelievable.
then it goes all the way down into what I call the cantina. So it's about, I think it's about 24 feet tall, this chandelier.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's like the centerpiece in this room.
That's spectacular.
The other project, I don't know why I decided this, but I decided that I wanted a wood mosaic floor. So
Oh,
this is
I like
all,
that.
yeah. So this is all
Wow.
poplar in here.
Yeah.
This section
Gorgeous.
I did during the pandemic. Oh, this section,
Hmm.
and then all of this is all just since the middle of December. I decided that I had to finish this,
Hmm.
and
Oh,
so it's
it's
all
just
poplar. It's all
gorgeous.
pieces. It's all cut pieces. You can kind of see it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's all pieces cut and then put back together.
Yeah.
So
It just almost feels like Pee Wee and Martha Stewart like went on a world tour because like there's so much inspiration, like you said, you got those doors from China. It just feels like from South America, like you just got this incredible Italy, Europe, like you just incredible space, and every space almost feels so unique and different every level.
yeah,
It's
well, and I've also
beautiful.
been very fortunate. Turn on a few lights. Very fortunate to have in when I was really like working. I would take the winters off, and I would travel mostly to Southeast Asia. I
Okay.
love traveling in Asia. So
Yeah.
not every single thing in here, but most things in here came from many different countries around Asia, uh, uh, Morocco, Egypt. Everything in these cases are things that I've Some of them I actually literally had to smuggle out of the country. A
Nice.
couple things I
Yeah.
almost got in trouble for, but that was also for good storytelling.
Yeah, and for a good cause. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so I've been to about 40 different countries around the world, and I've brought back literally something from every place I've been.
Oh, it's so great. It's
Yeah.
so great. Um, and now when you're starting in on a new level, like and that you've got this empty space, like how quickly does it take you, or how long does it take you to fill it up? And do you have sort of a plan, or is it just like, hey, I've got this laying around, I've got this, or I smuggled this from Southeast Asia. This is gonna go in there. How quickly do you fill up these levels, these new spaces that you have?
Instantaneously.
Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, and then you got the skulls, and you have like a
So,
full-on skeleton, don't you, somewhere, or
do
some
I?
bones
Yeah,
that you've collected?
I have a full skeleton. Yes, I should.
Wow.
200-year-old skeleton. So this room is called. It is called the Nature Lab. So when I was at Rhode Island School of Design, we had a lending library called the Nature Lab. And if you were doing a project and say that you needed um, to illustrate a shell, there would
Mm-hmm.
actually be a barcode on it and you could check it out, or an insect or something, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So this is my homage to the Nature Lab, which actually was my work study jobs when I was in college. So
Yeah.
yeah, and there's things like from oh gosh, this is really creepy, but I love showing people. So one of my cats, which is no longer with me, he would
Mm-hmm.
bring home. He would eat mice, and
Mm-hmm.
he would leave the heads all over the house. So I saved the head. So this is all a full jar. I don't know. There's probably like 40 mouse heads in here.
Yeah. I love it. I love
Uh,
it.
on the road one day, this black squirrel
Oh,
got
yeah.
hit by a car. So I scooped it up and froze it, and then sent it to my friend in Mississippi. Her name, she goes by Bunny Lane Taxidermy. And
Beautiful.
um, yeah, so she said, "What do you want? What do you want with it?" And I said, "Think of a Degas ballerina." That's what she said.
Yes.
So it's
Oh, yes. Oh,
yeah,
that's so good. That's
yeah.
so good. Yeah, you like literally have a room for everybody, everybody's taste, right? It's like, well, if you don't really like the taxidermy or the skeletons, maybe don't go to the nature lab. Maybe stay down in the cantina or
Yeah,
or
well, that's
or else.
level four, and
Okay.
then here. So if we go up, and here is level five, which is my music room, and this is also kind of what I would call my folk art collection. Here's
Hmm.
Brian Cunningham and things that I've bought from different. I'm sure you probably recognize some of these.
Some of them,
Uh,
yeah.
I got either at Finsterfest or Kentuck, or visited people in their studios. But yeah, so this room is a combination of musical instruments, and
Gorgeous.
some of them are playable, some are not. Here, I'm going to flip again. Um, and yeah, so some of them that I have to play, like on the ceiling.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So good. So good. Man, I can't thank you enough for taking me on this tour
Oh no,
of
it's my pleasure.
of
Yeah.
your place. I love that barbershop sign from Ghana. It looks like our West Africa.
Oh, from Nigeria. Yeah.
Nigeria. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Nigerian.
those
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah.
So good.
Let's see. Okay. So this is level five. Here we will go up to level six, which actually is my thread studio. Here's my grandmother's sewing machine she gave me.
Oh,
I do
that's
dabble
special.
in weaving. I haven't actually touched this loom in quite a while, but
Well, you got other things going on.
I believe me, I do. I do. Yes. Here's a great view of the front yard.
Oh my, what a just
I
to
know.
wake up every day and to be in nature with this thing that you've just put in the universe is truly special.
Yeah, it's oops. Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't make my bed this morning.
Oh, Ricky.
I know. Whoops. Okay. Well, and then out the other side is my sculpture garden.
Sculpture garden. Yeah. I know. Again, it's just like you can't put you into like one box or even compare this to any one place. It's like, oh well, Nick Jand who had the like sculpture garden. Well, yeah, you have that. That you also then have the house. You've got the paintings. You've got just it's just
Yeah. So here, I'm
it's
going to
so
take you up
special.
here too, but this is a great view. It's like really, really tall. But here
Yeah.
I have Cayman and Jim Shores. I
Yeah.
forget his name actually. I saw him at Kentucky years ago. Some people are deceased. There's a Jim Cop right here.
Yeah.
So that's another collection area. But what's really great is that up here, oops, is my roof deck, which is I've been building these. Let me give this a little twirl. These are all wind driven
Yeah.
machines, and yeah, so this was in my original concept also. Actually, these were inspired by Wallace Simpson, who
Oh
was
yeah.
I was very lucky to have met. I was only in his
Oh.
company once, but we had a nice chat when I went to visit his. This is when his sculptures were still at his house
Mm-hmm.
when I met him, and I thought, gosh, I want to do things like this too. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what
Yeah.
inspired some of these wind machines too.
That's
But here we are. We are on. This is the roof deck is oops, levels 10 and 11.
fantastic.
So, yeah,
Just
it's pretty
just
up here. So
yeah,
yeah,
I wouldn't even know where to start, like where I'd want to spend most of my time. It's just like it's so overwhelming in the best possible way. It's just it's fantastic. You are truly one of a
okay, here
kind.
I'm gonna squeeze down this kind of a narrow staircase. So it's
Now, I don't want to take too much more of your time because I know you've probably got tons to do, but and I'm sure you're getting there, but would it be possible to maybe end on or at least see your truly one of a kind bathroom?
oh
I
yes,
know
I would.
I know that's a really weird question to ask
No,
people.
I was actually saving that for the last, for the
Okay.
end.
Okay.
Um, Wait here. I'm just going to show you outside for 1 second, then we'll go into the bathroom. Um, this is my favorite part of the project. This is my favorite. Um, that's a thing to do, like certainly in the summertime. So all of these pieces all have these glass globes. It all lights up,
Oh,
and they're all
yeah.
cast concrete. This is a project I built this fountain last year with the help of my plumber friend, and it's it's a little uh,
Beautiful.
pond. It's like a clock too, because every minute, once a minute, it gongs.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, so it
Oh,
goes kind
so
of goes on and
special.
on. And
Yeah.
here's a great view also, and then we'll go right into the bathroom. So this is the largest kind of single facade, and
Oh, it's
it
so
took
yeah.
it took like 20 years to get all this accomplished. During the pandemic, I was able to finally finish all this copper work. But
Yeah. So what inspired that, let's say that copper work there and sort of this facade? It's
well, what I love about copper, especially like old buildings, like from the 19th, maybe even 17th century, is that copper lasts for lifetimes.
sure, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so that was kind of one of the inspirations that it basically needs zero maintenance, like
Right.
zero.
Right.
So so that
Just stunning.
yeah, and then the mosaic is also completely permanent.
Hmm.
It's all porcelain, so it should yeah, I mean it should outlast my lifetime for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, maybe it's because I also just saw Disclosure Day the other day about aliens. Like, this is going to outlast all of us. And then when some other life form aliens come down one day, they're going to see everything in rubble except this. And they're going to be like, whoa, well, this is what we're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah,
now you
because
ready? Are you ready? You ready?
I'm ready to see
Here's the
your
bathroom.
bathroom.
So in the middle of the room is the shower.
Yes, yes.
A a wide angle, but I'm not sure if that's possible.
No, yeah, this is good. And of course I should say, I mean, you're so gracious. You've done so many tours and so many videos of this space. So if anybody cares to see it in the more in depth, there's some really great videos of you walking through. So thank you again. Yeah, in the
Or
middle
come
of
in
the
person.
or yeah,
Yeah.
or of course go
Better
ask
yet,
Ricky
go
if you
on,
can
come on one of
come
my
come in
tours. Yeah.
person. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the middle of the bathroom is the best.
Yeah. Yeah. So the rocks are like acupressure. And then it goes
Hmm.
up. There's this dome that goes upstairs. It's a cupola that lets in the sunlight.
Oh, it's just
And of
stunning.
course, my bidet and my,
Hmm.
well, okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bathroom and my urinal. I won't show you what's on top. I'm
Okay.
sure if this is G-rated, but there are things on top that
Yeah.
we'll
I,
just omit.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. You can use your imagination. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is so
Okay. So
so special.
um, this was 1994 to 1999. In fact, I put it into mosaic in a tile, 94 to 99. And yeah, it's still NJ.com was a New Jersey based uh, uh, internet
Oh,
company.
sure.
And they
Yeah.
determined through an algorithm that my bathroom is the most photographed bathroom in the state of New Jersey. So this is really one of my most favorite parts of the property. So I call this, I think I'll just press myself right here. So, okay. Yeah. So this I call my artichoke portico. So I was
Beautiful.
visiting the artist Nikki de Sanfal built a taro garden in Italy, and
Hmm.
I visited, and it was so overwhelming. I was so inspired that I wanted to build my own concrete structure, and it started off sort of like a gourd or like an eggplant, and then I kept adding these leaves, and it turned into what I called looked like an upside down artichoke. But
Yeah.
this is 3.5 tons of concrete. I even bought a sprayer. It's sort of like a DIY sprayer, concrete sprayer.
Okay.
Sprayed it over an armature of rebar and a galvanized mesh. And that's 24 feet tall. It's really quite large, and
That's
it was really hard. It was
yeah.
really really hard. It was the hardest project that I ever did on this house. So,
Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
yeah, this is great. Kind of great view of the house too. So
Now, of course, I'll get you out on this. And again, I really truly appreciate you, Ricky, your time and just walking us through
pleasure.
your
Oh, I love
home.
it. I'm honored,
Um,
Adam.
but of course, again, this is your home. But people, if they reach out to you or if they want to come visit, it probably don't just like walk up and maybe knock on the windows. But like, how would they be able to come to check you out?
Yeah. So on my homepage, there's a button that says book a tour, and I list the days. What happens now is those days that I set, I'll set them like even a month from now, and they fill up so fast. Generally, it's Tuesdays and Fridays,
Okay,
and all the into June and July are filled. I'll at some point I'll post August and then September, and I'll go into like really the end of October.
sure.
But they do go really fast, and there's only so much I can open for tours. Plus, I live on a really quiet street,
Hmm.
and I have to be sort of uh, conscious of the neighbors. Also, I can't have I can't have a big sign that says open.
Yeah.
That's actually not allowed. So
Yeah.
I have to be really respectful of the neighbors. So that's why it's limited, and there's nothing I can do about that. I just have to, open when I can. And
Yeah.
but there is access if people are really want to come. I mean, people email me and ask me when, and I can put them on lists also. So that's
Okay.
also possible. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And then too, just you are building again a one of a kind just space that you are like again thinking of others. So I know that you do sell jewelry, you teach classes, but if people wanted to support what you're doing because like you said, you got like at least 50, 60 more years of adding on to Luna Park, what would be the best way for people to support you monetarily so that you can continue to add on and build to
Yeah,
the
well,
park.
so I do shows. Actually, I'll be showing my ceramic work at Finsterfest in September. I'll be at Kentuck in October. There's a couple of art shows. Actually, I'll be at the Kohler show in Wisconsin in
Yeah.
July.
Oh,
Um,
perfect.
yeah, so I'm I am like around, and then my nonprofit is basically, we rely on donations. So if you want to, if anyone wants to support the future or the
Hmm.
current, like the current interns and the students that we host, but also for the longevity, we're always accepting donations through the nonprofit, and that's all tax deductible. We're a 501(c)(3), so everything that goes to the foundation, the soul totally separate, has nothing to do with me or my finances. It's a 501(c)(3) and all tax deductible. And whatever people would like, it's great. And send us a check or whatever
Hmm.
means is fine. So
Yeah. Awesome. Well, what do you have on deck for the rest of the day here at the
oh
home?
well, I'll show you what we just did.
And then I'll let you get to it. I appreciate your time here today.
now that you mentioned it, so when I do tours, people have to check in. Actually, tours are $20 a person.
Okay.
But they check in and usually had this umbrella. It was at this table, but I
Which
decided I was going to build a permanent booth for greeting people. This is all concrete. This is actually 4,200 pounds of concrete that I poured with the coercion of some friends over the last couple of
yeah.
days.
Yeah.
So it'll
Okay.
actually have a roof that uh, fiberglass merry-go-round that someone had given me like decades ago, and it'll sit on top. It's like a dome, and then once actually we just finished this yesterday, in fact. So um, Monday we'll strip off all the wood, and then the task of mosaicing.
Hmm.
it's gonna be
This
it's gonna be crazy, crazy. Yeah, my Guncle Sam. Also, all
nice.
concrete over an armature.
Oh, it's just
And in
incredible.
fact, when people come here across my bridge, that's the street right there. Yeah. So the first thing they see is my sign with my credentials: madcap artist,
Yep.
hedonist, a minister, a ULC. I can actually marry people, and I'm also a notary public.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
so
Just
uh,
get it
so they
all
come, they
done. Yeah.
see my Guncle Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. One stop shopping. And
I
then they
love
come
it.
here and then they check in for the tours right there. And then, yeah, then they come up for their
Oh,
tour here. So,
so special. Again, I can't thank you enough. And then maybe when people, again, the best $20 you could spend to get a tour, and then when they come maybe later this year or next year, that will all be done, and they'll be able to see the merry-go-round top and be greeted at the
oh, yeah.
check-in,
Oh,
and
believe me,
just
next week,
next
the
week.
top will be
Okay,
on.
great,
The,
great,
the, the mosaicing will take another probably, I don't know, year or
sure,
more. But,
sure,
but yeah, it's all in the
awesome.
works. What can I say?
It's just
I will
never
be here for the
ending.
rest of my life. Yeah,
I
exactly.
love it, Ricky. Thank you so much,
Oh, my
Ricky
pleasure, Adam. It was
Boscarino.
great. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Yep.
again, it was so great meeting you in New York, and I hope to make it out to Luna Park here soon.
Anytime.